what happens when you have sex. Magnetically speaking, the man gives and the woman receives. The woman then being the receptive component, she collects and accumulates the heavy atomic elements of the men with whom she has performed the sexual act. The ordinary sexual union is presented as a game of contaminating agents by both participants. Since the woman collects these heavy atomic elements from the man, and the man takes those from the woman, and therefore those from the men with whom she performed the sexual act, both taking the same poison. This is the poison that Eve should not have eaten. When you eat from wrong sexuality, like Snow White, she ate the poisoned apple, was it? Or Sleeping Beauty? Sleeping Beauty.
Yep.
Eve,
and Snow White.
They all ate the poisoned apple because the apple is the symbol of a torus field. When your torso engages with another torus torso field, they are joined forever in some kind of marriage, almost forever, if you haven't got the power to release yourself from your ex-sexual partners. Okay, let me continue. Therefore, from the men she performed the sexual, both taking the same poison, which will have an impact on their physical, mental, and spiritual health. Vitality, intellect, mind, emotions, feeling are at stake in this union. For the modern man, the woman represents a loving toy with which he can enjoy, serving as an infrasexual experimentation of eros, has predatory overtones. See, that's why I said I've never been a predator. I don't know how to pick up women. I'm clueless. I've never picked up a woman. I've never been able to say, hey, babe, how about this one-liner? Come into my place because guess what I've got there? You know, I can't do that because I'm not a fucking predator. I'm a conqueror of women. I don't seduce women, okay? And that's how I've been for 60 years. For the modern man, serving as an organic, which he can enjoy, serving as an organic support for this and its various creeping selves, psychic garbage. This infrasexual experimentation of eros has predatory overtones, thus resulting in the destruction of the eternal feminine, or the celestial archetype of woman. In the Toltec teachings that Taisha Abela shares in her work, this predation of feminine energy by men is manifested. It says, the man leaves several worms in the woman's womb, whose objective is to feed the man vitally through energetic threads. If the woman has relationships with several men, it will turn out that she's energetically feeding everyone and consequently wasting herself. It is bad enough for a man to leave energy lines in a woman's body, Clara continued, although it is necessary to have offspring and to ensure her survival. But carrying the energy line of 10 or 20 men inside, feeding on their luminosity, is more than anyone can bear. No wonder women never manage to raise their heads. A woman carries those luminous worms for 7 years. That's why I've always said, clean yourself from flesh eating for 7 years. You don't want worms of animals in you. Clean yourself from your sexual partners 7 years before you go to another one. Don't jump from one guy to another one. One of my last...
You're right. I love you, brother. Go on, Santos.
One of my ex-partners, she dumped me like a hot potato. Within 3 weeks, she was on to another guy. She got famous all around the world because she was a syncretist, and everybody made posts about, wow.
I love you, bro.
How quick does a woman go from one man's dick to another man's dick? 3 weeks, this woman went from Santos Bonacci's dick to this bum's dick. She found herself a bum on the gutter, and she thought, yeah, I want that DNA there. I want criminal, abortion, alcoholic, drug addiction, bum, untalented, Sasquatch DNA, and she's got it because she's looking uglier and uglier every day. I'm watching her. A woman carries these luminous worms for 7 years, Clara indicated. After this time, they disappear or fade. But the most disastrous thing is that when the 7 years are about to expire, remember Jesus spoke about this, the 7 demons, the entire army of worms from the first man who had a woman to the last begins to stir at the same time so that the woman feels driven to have sex again. Then all the worms come back to life stronger than ever in order to feed on the woman's luminous energy for another 7 years. It is truly an endless cycle. Only through certain precise methods and techniques, which I teach, can a woman free herself from these energetic ties. If this is not done, these ties will not allow her to rise, and the contamination received will follow her even after death. That's it.
Wow. So let me just, can I just ask you, so most people now in